Good afternoon, stampers and crafters and friends. Thanks for joining in today. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to actually set my recording to start at 3:30, and well, now it says I'm live. Anyway, I almost forgot to set this to record, and I was going to just start talking away, and Facebook would not have been ready for me. So it's been one of those days where I was actually figuring out what I was going to do just about 20 minutes ago. So I hope you enjoy what's going to happen today. And this is the last time I will be showing this catalog from 2020 to 2021. And in a few short hours, we will transition to the annual catalog of 2021 through 2022. And I still am not able to show the inside of this catalog yet, but after midnight tonight, I'll be able to. And I am going to show you some new products today. I've been working the last several weeks with things that are going to retire. So if there's still something that you need, please let me know. I know a lot of things are sold out. There are some things that are carrying over from this catalog to this catalog. But once things are gone tonight, they will be gone and we won't see them again in a catalog. And I can't really demonstrate with those. So I'll put the catalogs away. But I do want to tell you about a promotion that is actually starting tomorrow for hostesses or those who just want to collect orders from friends or put in your own order. And it's called Connect, Craft, and Collect $25. And our hostess program starts with a minimum of $150 to get Stampin' Rewards. Now, you can put an order in of any amount, but to get Stampin' Rewards of 10%, you need to have the 150. But starting tomorrow through the 14th of June, orders that are 250 and above at 10% rewards, there's 25, you get an additional $25 in product. And that is anything from the new catalog, as well as the January to June. Hold on a minute here. Didn't mean to upset the camera. The January to June catalog, which we call the mini catalog, is still available. And there are some awesome things in there. Some of the products in here have carried over into the new catalog, but some of them have not. A lot of those are designer papers and they will not carry over. So this Connect, Craft, and Collect will also qualify for things that are in the mini catalog. So if you have any questions, please shoot me a message, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. All right, let's get started on today's project. I'm actually going to show two things, and well, I can put that away for a minute. One product that I have failed to mention before are our Memories and More cards and Memories and More cards and envelopes. These are the new ones for the hand penned, and that's the project that I'm actually going to show today. Is for the hand pen Petals. And for some reason I get these and then I don't always use them, and I'm going to make a big effort to make sure that that doesn't happen this year. These are awesome. If you've never paid any attention to them in the catalog, in the current catalog They are on page, hold on a minute here. Memories and More, 154 and 155. In the new catalog, I believe they're on page 127. And it's for people who like to do a lot of scrapbooking. Sadly, that's not something that I've typically done. I wish I did, but it just, I guess I get too obsessed with the scrapbooking part of it. But these Memories and More cards and Memories and More cards and envelopes are designed for scrapbooking. And we don't have large 12 by 12 scrapbooks anymore like we used to carry, but we have little book like this. I think this is like 8 by 8. And this is not the current one. The one now I think is black on the side here. We used to partner with Project Life, and that's what these were for, but they're identical to what we have right now. And these little cards are designed to fit in these little pockets. It's pocket scrapbooking. And those will go in there, and then you can put journaling in, you can put your photos. These are 3 by 4 cards. And then we also have 4 by 6 cards. Okay? And then you can have your photos with that. But I'm going to show you how these are perfect to pair with cards, regular greeting cards. So that's what I will be using them for. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is all of these that are in here. And they're gorgeous, that go with the hand-penned product medley. There are 2 of each one, and you get front and back. And if there's part that you don't like, you can cover it up with something. Okay, here's another one. Picture Perfect. You could cover that up with something else if you don't like it. There are also 4 pages of stickers. And we've got Celebrate Today, Today's Events. These little stickers, some of them are plain. Let me zoom in a little bit better so that you could color those in if you want. So I just can't say enough about them. I guess I just really fell in love with these. Here's one that is a sticker with Happy Birthday. So let me show you what I'm going to start off with first. And then I have samples to show where I've incorporated a couple of these already. All right. So here's one. Zoom out again. With this card here on the other side, it says this is the story, but I want to use this side. And since this is 3 by 4, I've cut a piece of basic black cardstock that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, so I'm going to mount that on there. I have a new little tag from some dies that are called Tailor, I believe it's called Tailor Made. And a piece of Highland Heather and a piece of basic white that's going to go on the inside of that. And this. So let's get started. I also have an envelope to stamp on. So I'm going to take one of the stamps from the hand penned. These are the stamps. Beautiful, kind of a watercolory look. And I'm just going to do some tone on tone outline stamping. all over the front of this. Just to give it some background. You know that part of that's going to get covered up in the middle too. Boy, this has been a cold, damp, rainy day today. So it's a perfect day to stay in and craft and make pretty things. Okay, I need a little bit right there and a little bit right there. All right, so that creates a good background. If you didn't have the stamps, you could use any other stamp that you have. It doesn't have to be this one. Or you could just leave it plain. It really doesn't make any difference. And then I'm going to put this on top of the basic black. Let's see, let's get this going. I just put a new refill in here. That's going to go on there. And then I have this little tag from Tailored Tags. Hi, Gloria. That's okay, you're here. And let's grab some dimensionals here for in a minute. So I'm going to stamp thanks on this little card, a little tag. And that is also from the stamp set, hand penned. And on the inside, before I forget, since I've already closed up the ink pad, let's stamp this down in the corner. Make sure you can see everything I'm doing. So there's then room to write your sentiment on the top. And go ahead and do the envelope right now too. So that part is done. Now let's just put it together. Hey Rose, good to see you. Okay, I will put all that together. Okay, I got this little trick the other day about using twine. And this is our new twine pack, Baker's Twine Essential Pack, Essentials. And there are 5 different colors in here. White, vanilla, black, that looks like gray, and then the crumb cake. I think that's crumb cake. And there are 5 yards on each one of these. So I'm going to take a piece of this, and I could just tie a bow just with that. Hey Fran, welcome. But this is just the coolest little way to deconstruct the twine. So I'm going to kind of, now I really need to zoom up or get you into my camera. Pull out several tiny pieces of this, all the little strands. Okay, I'm going to use 3 for now. I guess when you run out of ribbon, you can do that. No, now I'm going to put them back together and tie a bow. And it just gives the cutest little kind of whimsical, I guess. And tie a bow. it just looks kind of like shabby chic, I guess, would be a good way to call that. But look at those cute little, just little strands of that, just by taking that piece of twine and deconstructing it. I forget where I saw that idea, but I just thought it was so clever. So I just cut off some of the parts of that. And I'm going to take a mini glue dot. Kind of roll that up a little bit. And add that to this little tag, the little hole there. And put that bow on there. All right. Now I'm going to need something else here that I forgot to grab. And sorry about that. I told you this was one of those days. Okay. So let's put this on here with dimensionals. Somehow I can't see that I'm really in the camera here, so either I need to move my camera or adjust my screen here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to just kind of put that at an angle. There we go. There we go. And put that thanks right on the front here. Also with dimensionals. There we go. And then I'm going to add some bling there where that little hole is for the tag topper. And there's always room for bling. Okay. So there's a quick and easy card with one of the Memories and More cards. And you could doctor that up, put some more bling up here on these little flowers. And let's get that, let's see, put that up there. And let's see, we need another one. We need 3. Here we go. So that was so easy to do with just that little card, that little 3x4 card. So let's add this into the center. And it's done. Okay, perfect little card with a new product there. At least it's new for something that I just, as I said before, I just don't typically use, but I am going to be using a lot more. They're so fun. Okay, next, and I do have some other samples to show toward the end, but next I'm going to do a project that I did in one of my earlier lives back in November when I was just getting started with these. And in November we were thinking about Christmas. Now we are thinking about gift giving season with graduations, Mother's Day coming up Sunday, Father's Day coming up in June, and weddings and all kinds of things that you need gifts for, and giving a gift card. So again, I'm going to use the hand-penned petals. These are the dies. And this is the stamp set. There's also designer paper to go with this, and I've already used quite a bit of this. It's just beautiful. We've got greens and blues. Blushing Bride, our new pale papaya. So always on the backs will tell you what the colors are. And this has Basic Black, Blushing Bride, Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Highland Heather, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, and Pool Party. And of course, our basic white. So the designer paper is awesome. What I'm going to do today is to make this little gift card. So I'm going to show you what it is ahead of time. It's just a card base and then some designer paper that goes on the inside with a place to put your gift card. And I believe that I got this from Rhonda Wade back in November. And of course that one was for a Christmas one. This I made for Mother's Day. So my Mother's Day cards to family will probably be a little bit late, but somebody's going to get this one. So let me show you what we have and how quickly and easily this is put together. Okay, first you have a card base that is 5 1/4, or excuse me, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then you have a card panel that is 5 1/4 by 4 that goes on there. And this I have already run through the cut and emboss machine with the ornate floral embossing folder. So let me put those two together. Add the adhesive. Okay, I just flipped the colors on the one that I originally did. So this one has the pale papaya at the bottom and then the soft succulent here. And that looks a little bit crooked, and I can remove that. Try again. Sometimes I don't know if it's me or the way I cut the paper, but golly gee. Ah, that's better. So this is the Stampin' Seal, and I was able to get that off of there pretty easily, but then once I press that down, it's going to stay there. Still doesn't look as straight as I would like it to be, but that's the way it's gonna be. Then I have a piece of the designer paper that is 9 3/4 by 4 1/4. And it's already been scored at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. And what you end up with is a Z fold. If you can see that, a Z fold. There we go. All right. You decide which side you want in the front. And let's see. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Your middle panel is actually where you want to put a notch here so that your gift card holder can go in. Excuse me, your gift card. And the original instructions were to use a circle punch, the 1 1/4 circle punch. Well, starting tomorrow, we no longer have circle punches. And I didn't want to just die cut half a circle here. So I went through my punches that are, there's a glare there, so I don't know if you can see that, that are kind kind of circular there. And I found this one, the Label Me Fancy Punch. So that's what I'm going to do here. And release that at the back. And punch a hole. So if you can see what I'm doing, it's about, oh, half of an inch down. You want to center that in that middle panel. Just enough so that you can see a card that's in there. Okay, so that will have to suffice for a circle punch. And I think it works okay. What do you think? Now I'm going to add adhesive and grab my silicone mat here. And I want to put adhesive close to this edge here. And also along the bottom, just on those two sides. Okay, hope I did this right. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm getting an opposite side of what my original one was. So here's my place for the gift card. And then this is going to go on the card like this. So this is opposite of the one that I did earlier. Okay. So I'm going to adhere this onto the card. Don't you just hate to cover up that pretty pattern? Our double-sided paper is so nice that we don't want to use it because we have to cover up one side of it. Oh my gosh. But we love it. That's the way it goes. So that's going to open like that. And I have already stamped and die cut one of the floral images here. So I'm going to use this one. But let's get some stamping going in there. So I'm going to use the Pale Papaya. For the floral image, and I've got this on my piercing mat, and put that in there. There we go. It doesn't need to be exact. And I'm going to use polished pink. I know that doesn't seem like it would go with this, but I'm going to stamp it off a couple of times. And here's the flower for that. Okay, that's called generational stamping. So I've stamped it off twice, and I can still get enough pink there that will give a light image, just a light pink. And then I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen and also the Soft Succulent for the leaves. But I'm going to stamp that off because this is very dark. I'm going to stamp that off. This little one is going to go in there. And then this larger one, stamp it off. Will go there. And again, these are not designed to be exact, but that's what gives them a watercolor look, and they just look gorgeous. So there's the image. Very pretty. And we still need a little bit more green. And so I'm going to use the Stampin' Blends in the Soft Succulent. To fill in the part that doesn't have a stamp to go with it. There we go. So that's going to go on the front like this. And I've got this tag from the Tailored Tags. And I pulled out a set that is a carryover, and it's called A Wish for Everything. It's a set of 2. It has 38 stamps in here, all of these. And I believe it's like $38. So it's a higher price stamp set, but you've got everything that you need with just about every holiday. We've got Valentine's, Halloween, birthday, Mother's, Lucky You, May the Luck of the Irish go double for you, plus Happy and Wishes. And then there are sentiments for the inside of your cards too. So this is a great, great set. I'm glad it didn't retire. So I've pulled out Happy and Mother's and Day to use on this. And let's see how I'm going to position this. So kind of lay it out, decide exactly where you want to stamp. Try to zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. And okay, I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen again because that's the color that I have focused on here. So we've got Happy. And let's pull that off of there so I don't get it on someplace else that I don't want it to be. Okay. Perfect. And here we've got Mother's. And the fonts in this are so nice, very easy to work with. And here we have Day. All right. I guess I was out of screen there. Okay, now I'm going to take a piece of Soft Succulent open weave ribbon. This is one of our new in colors for the year, and this is the ribbon that coordinates with it. Oops. That's probably another spam call going on in the background on my house phone. So I'm just going to tie a bow. Let's see, I used about 9 inches there, so let's hope that's long enough. I got a call earlier that showed up as spam, and it was somebody calling about making sure to vote tomorrow for the library in Summit County. So there's a little bow. Do a little trim. And let's get this one done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add adhesive here on this part of the card. And then I can add dimensionals to the part that's going to actually go on the card. Okay, somehow I got some pink on the end of that, but that will work. Okay, I'm going to use another glue dot. Let's get it back on the card here. Okay, let's add some dimensionals. Almost down to using all this stuff around the edge. Okay, almost done here. Okay, let's take a couple of glue dots. And if you roll these, it makes it a little bit thicker to kind of fit in there. I could have put the ribbon in the hole, but I find it a little bit easier to tie a bow freehand instead of putting it in a little tag and tying it that way. So my bows come out better. So there is that one. And here is the original. Coordinating colors, pale papaya, soft succulent. We've got the new evening evergreen. We've got all 5 colors here. Yep, all 5 colors. That's the polished pink in very light color, and the soft succulent. So those are our new colors for 2021-2022. So let me show you some other samples that I made. And here's one where I made a tag. I did some blending with the blending brush, which I'll do some more of next week. Here's where I just used the plain twine, and I didn't deconstruct it. And then that same flower that I just used on this. And that's a tag put on there, 2x2 tag. That is the Fancy Tag Topper Punch. That's this one. And that's one of the sentiments from the set. Anything is possible. Yes, it is. Okay, there's that one. Here's another one. Not really a fun fold, but just a different layout. And Feel Better Friend. So this is a get well card inside. Here's one that is a fun fold where it opens this way as a thanks. And oh, this was the one color I did not use. Fresh Freesia. That's the one. That's the Fresh Freesia. Goes very well with the Highland Heather. And here is another one that I used the Memories and More card with. This one says Carpe Diem. I stamped the background just like I did with the one that I did at the beginning. And use that card. We always want to seize the day. And this was the card that I used. I just wanted you to see what the background or the back side of it is. So it's the Daffodil Delight. And that would look really cute on a card too. and you could write on there, stamp on there. I just love the designs with this. So that is my show for today. You can shop with me at patstampin.net. I will have these things on my blog. I got a little bit behind on my blog the last week or so. But hi, Nicole, welcome. So I'll get back up with the blog in May. And then this card and this card. So that's what we have. Those are the things that were made for today. And they're so bright and cheerful and fun. So I want to thank you all for coming today. And I will see you again next Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.